Well folks, it's another week, you know what that means, it's another video. Welcome back folks. Today's video I'm going to be changing the subject a little bit. I know I've been doing comparison videos, but today I'm going to change it to a little bit of, it's another topic. It's NES, it's no age statements. I'm going to have a crack with this Aaron Amarone one. My take on no age statements is I don't have a big deal about them. They're either good whiskey or they're not. If they're good whiskey, then I'll buy them. If they're not good whiskey, then I won't buy them. I just think it's down to the distilleries. If distilleries put out good whiskey, then people will buy it. If it's got an age statement on it, then great. What I tend to look for when I buy a no age statement is how it's presented. If it's presented at 46% ABV and above, if it's natural colour, if it's non-chill filtered, then I'll buy a little bottle, I'll try a little sample. If I like it, then I'll go and buy it. This is exactly what I've did with this one a couple of years ago. I actually tried this one at the distillery. I was lucky enough to visit the Aaron distillery probably about 2 years ago now. Fantastic time, tried a lot of Aarons, tried a lot of age statements, tried a lot of NASs. These predominantly bottle these wine finishes. They've got a selection of wine finishes which is no colour added, and they're non-chill filtered, and they're all bottled at 50% ABV. So it's a little bit higher ABV on this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to unbottle this one and uncork it. Try a little bit, tell you a little bit about Aaron, tell you how it is on the nose, on the palate and on the finish, and hopefully just enjoy a dram of Aaron Amarone. Let's get this popped open. Fantastic. There's that glug. Love that sound. Okay, so wow, nice. Okay then folks, Aaron Distillery, it's on the Isle of Arran, it's just off the coast. It's near Jura, it's near Campbelltown, it's in that kind of neck of the woods. It's the distillery is actually in a little place called Lochranza, which is a beautiful setting. When the distillery was being built in 1994, there was a pair of golden eagles decided to nest nearby to the distillery. So construction of the distillery got held up because golden eagles are protected species. So it wasn't until 1995 that the distillery finally opened. Again, we are just doing a little bit of research. Back in the day, I can't believe it had 50 distilleries on it at one point. They're all either illegal or illicit. A lot of piracy going on back in the day. If anybody's been to Arran, they'll know what I mean, how they can possibly have 50 distilleries in Arran, but there you go. I think Campbelltown was the same. I think it was about 125 on Campbelltown. I don't know how they done it, but there you go. Glad to see that since Arran, in the early days, it didn't have good reviews on the whiskey, but I think in recent times, Aaron's really found its way around. They do lots of bottlings, they do a lot of non-age statements, they do a lot of age statements. The 14's great, the 10's great, the 12 cask strength is great. They do lots and lots. I'm going to concentrate on the Amarone today. I did do a little video back in the archives. If you pop back there, you'll be able to see that. It was on the top 5 go-to whiskies. This popped up in that one. I'll pop a little link and you can go back and have a look. The Aaron distillery has 4 stills at Aaron. It's got 2 wash stills and 2 spirit stills, and it produces about 750 litres of spirit per annum. Looking all the different bottles that seem to be around, I actually was surprised. I thought it would probably do more than that, but that's what it's telling me on the on Wiki. Casks used, they use a lot of American white oak, ex-bourbon casks, and they use ex-sherry casks. So they do a little bit of peated, which is the Macrimore range. I think I've got some of that kicking about. I've got a bit of Macrimore, which is one of those. And then anybody that's interested in Arran will probably know that they're actually planning a second distillery later on this year, which is going to do predominantly peated whiskies. That's in a place called Lag. But anyway, they do lots of bottles. Over the years, I've bought a few. I've bought I think I've got another Amarone one here. I've got a special edition Amarone one. This is bottled at 55% ABV. Look how red that is. It's like a red wine, isn't it? But it's absolutely fantastic. And see, this is a limited edition bottling. I've actually tried a sample of this, so that may get cracked open one day. I've done a couple of the Bothies. Got a few of the Bothy ones. These are. I see there's lots and lots of bottles at Arran, and I say I'm a wee bit a firm favourite of Arran. I've actually bought a few of the Smugglers. These are the special editions. I've got the 1, 2 and 3 in that. That's your first one, your second one, fantastic, and your third one, which is they're absolutely beautiful. The presentation of these are phenomenal. I'll just show you one of these now. This is the Smugglers series, absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice. See, the presentation's fantastic at Arran, always has. It's all beautifully presented, and I think I've got a limited edition here, 21st anniversary. Beautiful again. So I've got quite a few Arrans. See, this Amarone one, I've been drinking it for a couple of years now. As I say, when I visited the distillery, I did the tour and I booked myself a little whiskey tasting session. Luckily for me, it turns out it was a 1-to-1 because nobody else turned up on the day. So I had quite a great time there. I must have drunk about 12 little samples, tried them all, tried the Smugglers, tried the Bothies, tried the Amarones, did the port casks, finishes, and this was the one that I actually liked on the day, and I tried to buy a couple of bottles at Arran, but lo and behold, it was the only bottle that was sold out, so I had to wait until I came home, and I got straight on and I bought a few bottles, and I've been drinking it ever since. So I just thought I'd share today with my tasting notes with you, what I think about it. As I say, they do the 4 bottles of these. They do the port finish, the Sauternes finish, and I think it's a Masala finishes. I think it's the other one, if I can't remember offhand. I may be corrected on that, but I think that's the one that comes to mind. It could be Madeira, but I think it's Masala. They're all bottled at 50% ABV, and again, non-chill filtered and natural colour. Colour of that, it's a beautiful red. It's got that red hue on it, which is fantastic. I'll just pop my little Aquavite topper on the top here. As you can see, I'm having an Aquavite night tonight. I thought I'd give my little t-shirt a little run out, which I hope you're watching, Roy. If he's not watching, just somebody give him a shout and let him know. But yeah, it's fantastic with that. I'll just let that open up for a few minutes more. So let's nose this Amarone. Amarones are it's an Italian red wine. What they tend to do is they get the grapes and they lay them out and they let them sun dry and they shrink to about 70% just before they get to raisins, and then they turn that into the wine. So it's a real kind of deep red, rich, full-bodied, and it's a high alcohol, high ABV wine when it gets produced. I've never actually tried the Amarone wine, but I do like it in this Arran finish. I've not known many whiskies to deal with Amarone. This is the first one I've done, and it's very nice. It's like a dry wine. So on the nose of this Aaron Amarone, wow, it's the first thing it hits you, it's got a real sweet aroma. Getting some dark fruits, figs, raisin. You can actually smell the alcohol at the 50% ABV here. I'm getting some honey. I think most Arons that I've had, I tend to get a lot of honey in the Aron finish, Aron whiskies. And I'm picking up some chocolate in this. And I'm getting some cherries. So, with the cherries, figs and raisins, it's a little bit of a fruit note, fruit cake. It's not quite a Christmas cake, but it's a little bit fruit cake. It's fantastic. Real nice nose. You can definitely spend some time with this, guys. Very nice. Let's try it on the palate. Slanch. Wow. First thing, you certainly know that it's 50% ABV. It's a little bit hot, it's spicy. But on the arrival, it's kind of full flavoured, intense. As it develops, it's developing beautifully. It's very vibrant, very powerful, very rich, very clean. So it's a real nice, got a nice mouthfeel. You immediately get the dark fruits, you get the cherries, so everything that's on the nose is here in the palate. I'm getting the figs, I'm getting the raisins, I'm getting the chocolate. But as it's developing, you're getting some plums. Again, it's those darker fruits. It's developing, and as it develops, it becomes really spicy. So as I say, it's a little bit hot, but it's not crazy mad hot. Anybody that likes kind of cask strength whiskies will love this. I see it is very spicy. It's a bit cinnamon. So the cinnamon's the spice. It is hot, but it's lovely. I'm just going to actually try a little bit more. Wow, lovely. Spice, it's getting very spicy as it's developing through. It's very fruity, very floral. It's got a beautiful balance between, because I always find the Arran malt's quite a light malt, and it's quite honeysuckled, but there's not a lot of honey. There's some honey and vanilla in this, but it's more about the fruits, it's more about the sweet aromas. It's very dry, it's drying. It's just, it hits your palate and it makes you very mouth watering, but then it gradually just sucks all the kind of moisture out your mouth. But it's wonderful stuff. I'd say with the balance between the Arran malt and the Amarone wine, I think they've got this perfect. And I think Arran do a great job with they're great at finishing whiskey. I think some finished whiskies in the past, I think they're not quite there, the balance is off, but this is beautifully balanced, beautifully tasty, beautifully flavoured. For the money, it's £43 a bottle, 50% ABV, presented beautifully. What more can you say? But I'm going to do a little bit more on the finish, guys. On the finish, it's dominated by spice. It's a bit oaky on the finish. I actually think if I poured another one of these, I think as I've drunk a couple of them, I think the oak will become more prominent. But it's all spice, dark fruits, fruit cake, and it's a lot of the cinnamon. It's a little bit hot, but it's not overpoweringly hot. It's a real, you know, you've got a 50% ABV whiskey. It's drying, it's oaky, it's wonderful stuff. I would highly recommend this. Any of the Arran wine finishes. I say I'm quite a fan of Arran, and I think over the last few years it's really coming of age. If anyone's in the vicinity of Arran, I'd definitely pay the distillery a visit. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out the peated distillery. The Maitre Moors are not too bad. They're a wee bit hit and miss sometimes. I think I've had quite a few of them, and there is a bit of variance in them. But all in all, I think that over time, if the peat distillery goes anywhere the same way as the normal Arran distillery does, then I think they'll do fine. But other than that, guys, I don't think I've got too much more to add. Just a little bit, guys, non-age statements, again, just gone back a little bit. I think people give them a rough time, but I think there is some dodgy NASs out there, but I think there's also some great NASs, and I'm a firm believer of have your whiskey how you want it. If you want water in it, then have water in it. If you want ice in it, have ice in it. It's your whiskey, and it's the same when it comes to non-age statements. I don't think we can be rubbing it down everyone's throats that they shouldn't be buying NAS, because I say there is some good ones and there is some bad ones. At the minute, this is a good one. If you get a chance, I don't know if you've tried it. If you've tried it, pop a comment, let me know how you got on. If you haven't tried it and you get a chance, it's certainly worth a go. As I say, it's £43. Great, fantastic money. It's not going to bust the bank. I've actually got I'm stocked up. I've got plenty of it. So it's just one of those that it's always going to be in the cabinet for the money. So just a quick one, guys. If you've subscribed and you're returning, thanks very much and welcome back. If you're watching for the first time, you may want to consider clicking that subscribe button down below, maybe clicking the bell for future notifications. And that's probably me done for today. I might not be around next week because I've got a wee holiday to Tenerife coming up. I'm going to try and organise a video and get it out on time. Don't hold it against me if I don't, because I might just be having a great time on holiday. I think I'm going to be sinking some Guinness and obviously trying some whiskies when I'm in Tenerife. Hopefully maybe get a wee bit of suntan. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching. I'll look forward to seeing you again. I'm Alan, the Whiskey Friend. Thank you very much.